But the topic for today is really important. I know a lot of you guys were interested in hearing about this, so let's talk about it. Today we're going to be talking about how to market your photography business when you have limited time. All right. This is a hot topic. It's a hot topic because I know we all feel stressed, like we don't have enough time on our hands. We have responsibilities. It is either to ourselves, our family, our children, things that aren't just business responsibilities that take up a lot of time. Some of you I know are doing photography part-time, or you're aspiring to have a business. Some of you are full-time and it's just getting super busy and you have limited time to focus on marketing. And we all know how important it is. And those things are valid, and those responsibilities, a lot of those are worthy too. But we've got to find a way that we can work marketing into our business, or our business won't last. And the truth of the matter is, though we are busy as a society, we're more busy than ever. We have this whole, hustle culture going on, and we're being told if we're not busy, we're not being productive, and then we're not worthy, which is total BS. It's another topic we can talk about. But I'm sure that we can all say there are certain behaviors and habits that we have during the day that may be preventing us from having more time to focus on our business. So we're going to be talking about all those things today, okay? The creative side of photography, it will keep you busy enough, okay? But at some point, you realize that marketing is not only important, but also being consistent with it, all right? And that can get really tough the busier you are with your business, personal life, and responsibilities, all right? The reality of business is that 80% of what you do has to do with the business side of things, while 20% has to do with the creative parts of your business. And that is a very hard pill to swallow if you happen to be more of a right-brained creative who just wants to create beautiful and amazing things and not bother with things like numbers and marketing. I totally get that, guys. Totally get it. But knowing what chunk of our business needs to be dedicated to business and marketing, and feeling like we've got limited time to do it in the first place, how can we market our business so we keep inquiries coming and keep them coming in so our business will last and we don't end up shutting our doors? What you have to do is focus on purposeful action that has a massive impact but takes the least amount of time. Write that down if you don't have pen and paper already. I'm going to repeat that. What you need to do is focus on purposeful action that has a massive impact but takes the least amount of time. All right? What matters most is that you make the most of the time that you have to market your business so you create impact and you see results. All right, so let's talk about 3 ways you can market your photography business with limited time. The first one, and this is easier than it's going to sound, create a client experience that people will talk about. We've talked a ton about client experience, how it's so important to support your price point, how it allows you to charge higher price points, how it helps people to be so excited about you and what you do that they spread the word to others readily and happily. All right? There are plenty of photography businesses that are built on word of mouth alone. If you're creating a client experience that people can't help but rave about to others, then they will do the marketing for you. It's the easiest form of marketing, guys. Setting up an experience that is so amazing that they can't help but tell other people about you. Free marketing doesn't cost you a dime. And you don't have to do it. They're doing it for you. All right? Hone in on your client experience and you will be amazed at the amount of marketing time you will save in your business. Trust me. All right. So a fantastic way to really facilitate that for yourself is to consider things like mini sessions. Okay. In just one day, you can 6 times your marketing impact versus seeing results from one client, from one session. Okay. So just think about it. If you're seeing 6 sets of clients in just one short afternoon, and you give them an experience from start to finish that they can't forget, all right? And you wind up with 6 new Google reviews, 6 couples or families telling their friends, family, and coworkers about their time with you, and this will multiply your marketing impact, all right? Think about that. The second way that you can market your photography business with limited time is to free up time. We're going to talk about ways to free up your time, okay? There are 3 ways that you can do this, and the first is to maximize your written content. Guys, we have blogs to write. We have social media posts to write. There's Instagram. There is, Facebook. There's all kinds of platforms. It's daunting. It is daunting to think about the amount of things that we have to write. I haven't mentioned email newsletters yet. There's just a lot of content that we have to write for our business, right? But if you can take one piece of content, one good solid piece of content that you create and turn that into many, it will literally save you hours, okay? So start by taking your largest piece of content and breaking it down into many. Now for most of us, that's probably going to be a blog post, okay? Photographer blog posts typically have multiple tips and multiple points that you can break down into an email and multiple social media points, okay? Don't keep starting from scratch with every single platform that you use to communicate with your audience. This method of maximizing your content creation will literally save you hours. So if you have a blog post, and let's say that it's 3 tips for couples on their wedding day, those 3 tips could literally become 3 different social media posts, all right? You could take one of those tips and elaborate a little bit further in an email, right? Break it down. Don't keep recreating stuff. It's trying to start from scratch and recreating things and trying to come up with all this content constantly will burn you out. This is a beautiful way to free up time and maximize your marketing, all right? The second way you can free up time so you have more time to market is to outsource, right? Outsourcing is when you hire someone to take care of a particular task, which allows you to free up time that you can use for other tasks like marketing. You can outsource things that are major time sucks like editing, bookkeeping, client onboarding, meaning answering inquiries, sending out contracts, etc. Virtual assistants can do that for you guys. And copywriting. If you struggle with writing your blogs, you struggle with website copy and the like, then a copywriter can be of great help to you, all right? But the key to outsourcing is this. The time you save by paying another for tasks that you would otherwise be doing needs to have value, all right? And what I mean by that is if you've hired an editor, then that should be freeing you up to focus on marketing, whether that's through posting more on social media or taking on more sessions and weddings where you can focus on an elevated client experience so more clients will market to more people for you, all right? You don't want to pay someone for time if you are not making use of that time in a productive way. You should be making that money back plus more. So consider that if you think about outsourcing. The third way to free up your time is to identify major time sucks in your life. And what I'm specifically going to talk about here is scrolling on social media. We are all guilty of that. We all know that social media is designed to keep us on apps longer, to keep our attention focused on the app itself, all right? It is not helping you. It does not make you a better photographer. It does not make you a better business. And it truly is not giving you inspiration. In fact, oftentimes it does the opposite and makes us feel defeated, right? I'm sure we can all identify with that. So I highly recommend taking a realistic look at how much time you're spending on social media before you insist that you don't have enough time to market your business. Because I think it would be shocking for you to realize just how much time we spend doing that, all right? So a third way to that you can market your photography business with limited time is to attend events with maximum exposure. And guys, let me just double check here. Jason, hey, my computer is being, not my computer, Facebook is being strange today because it's literally showing no one is live with me. So thank you for commenting because I'm like, where is everybody? Jason says it's like the subject was made for me. Jason, because I could not see that everybody was live, can you tell me when you were asking about getting a tactical example, what you were looking for? Oh, but I could market my business on social media. Yes, but there's a limit. It can be very distracting to, like, for example, get on Facebook and get ready to start making some posts. and then, you've got these notifications and messages coming in. It's really, really hard. So I always recommend dedicating a certain amount of time to actually market your business, to actually interact with people, because yes, it's very important. But the whole scrolling thing and getting distracted, that's what we need to make ourselves aware of, because I think we do a lot more of that than we probably are doing actually marketing our business on social media. So the tactical example that you were asking, Jason, was creating a client experience. I have talked so much about this. This is something that's really important to me. But when I'm talking about client experience, we're creating an elevated experience in the way that they are treated, so they feel valued, they feel special, they feel like they're getting an experience that they are not getting elsewhere. There are a lot of average businesses out there. Retail is a great example when you experience people who are maybe not too happy about being at their jobs. But when you meet someone in retail who is peppy and happy and kind to you, it's almost like it's a surprise, and it shouldn't be. A lot of businesses, their customer service is very lacking, and it doesn't take much for us to do more and to be more. And so by giving an experience that is above others, that is surprising and delighting your clients, they value you and what you do more, and they are willing to pay more for it. So for example, let me see if I can give a real life example of perception with this. Let's talk about Walmart and Target, okay? There are clients for both stores, correct? But there are literally people who are willing to pay more to shop at Target because they'd rather have that customer service than what they receive at Walmart. There are also people who will gladly spend less at Walmart because they don't care about the customer service. But when it comes to photography, I care about customer service. I care about clients who care about customer service. It is a different clientele, and that clientele appreciates what you do more. They request less of you, and they are willing to pay a whole lot more. Jason says the celebrity experience, proverbial red carpet, and star treatment. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it doesn't take much to do that. But when you do that, people will market for you. They will market for you. It is amazing. And it's an excellent way to free up time to let you do other things or to market more in other areas that need attention. Okay? So back to the third way that you can market your photography business with limited time is to attend events with maximum exposure. All right. Now we all know about things like wedding expos and the like, but when it comes to events, I want you to think about maximizing your marketing by being strategic with what shows and events you choose to participate in. These are great marketing opportunities, but remember your time is limited. So where you invest it needs to be worth it. Okay. So we're talking things like, there's bridal shows, there's expos, there's conventions and fundraisers, okay? But to make more of an impact with the little time that you have to attend events like this, you need to think outside the box, okay? When you attend the same bridal expos over and over, you're just a small fish in a big pond full of other photographers, right? And the same goes for other expos and events where photographers are en masse. So think about attending events that could create a massive marketing impact where there are few other photographers for comparison. All right. So for example, I'm an alternative portrait and intimate wedding photographer. The typical wedding expo is not very good use of my time when it comes to marketing impact. Okay. My clientele is not there. And even if it were, that there would be a ton of other photographers for attendees to compare me to. All right. But there are events such as like Spooky Empire, and what that is a local horror and sci-fi convention where it features artists and vendors that are more of a darker nature. And so that kind of event would be much more likely for me to find tons of non-traditional clients, because my clients are non-traditional. And also people that attend those events, they have money to spend. They have money to spend. So on top of that, it's unlikely that they're going to find many other photographers for them to compare me to. All right. But maybe let's say you're a pet photographer. Okay. Hold on one, guys. My computer just did something weird. There we go. But yeah, maybe you're a pet photographer. Put up a booth at a rescue or adoption event. Passionate people attend events for passionate causes, and they are looking for someone just like you. Okay. If you're a family photographer, attend a kid and family expo. If you're local to me in Florida, they've actually got one going on in August. Look it up. Think outside the box. Okay. Non-photography or non-industry related events can be a gold mine when it comes to marketing yourself with impact. Okay. Remember, you have limited time, so you need to invest where it will matter the most. All right, guys, these are just some of the ways that you can market your photography business when your time is limited. All right, they will make a major impact in helping you move the needle further so you can maintain a sustainable business that will last. That's the whole point. The point of marketing, the point of pricing appropriately, the point of everything that we do on the business side of things is so that we will last. Businesses tend statistically to fail within 5 years, and there's good reason why. There's good reason why. But if you focus on these things, you're not going to be part of the statistic. Okay? The takeaway from today is to work smarter and not harder.